qualify per month for the residual. Where else can you go and become a senior executive marketing director, and if you don't bring in one more person for the rest of your life, those coding checks are going to come in forever? Doesn't exist. Now, who here did not understand what I just said? Raise your hand, because you need to get this.
Say it again.
Okay, I'll repeat this. I'll repeat this. When you become a senior executive marketing director, we ask you two things. Try the product and get your money back. Everybody say, try the product. Yes, I say, get your money back. Try the product, get your money back. That's all we ask. When you first come in, we say, try the product. What is the product we ask you to try? Our mega pack. How else do you get involved? I don't know, but you get involved with us in the mega pack. Why? Because that's what we believe. That's what we're in love with. That's what we see the most benefit. And once you're coded, you're always promoted. You don't need to buy the mega pack ever again. Ever. Everybody say ever? Never ever you don't have to buy the mega pack. One time, $4.99, that's it. So one, you get involved with $4.99. Fabulous. $4.99, one time. Try the product. I'm positive you're going to love the product. Doesn't matter if you have headache or hemorrhoids or anything in between. You're going to love the product. I guarantee you. Yes? And secondly is get your money back. Just 3 people. 3 people and you get $5.49 back. That's it. Very simple. And if those do what you just did, in a calendar month, you are a senior executive marketing director. Now as a senior, who here is a senior? Who here is an executive? Who's an executive? Raise your hand if you're an executive. Yes. What's your name, son? Vincent, stand up for a second. Okay, Vincent, where do you live?
Arizona, Northern Arizona.
What team are you on?
TNT.
Okay, good. Give it up for TNT. Give it up for TNT. You're an executive marketing director.
Yes.
How long have you been an executive marketing director?
3 days.
Oh, give it up again. How long have you been with your executive?
Year and a half.
Oh, okay. So it took you a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of. You're stretching out, or what? You're meditating on it, or what? Huh?
Yes.
Okay, but you're in, right? Yes. Okay, and you look sharp. Yes. Okay, so Vincent, you're an executive marketing director. Okay, I need for you to become a senior this month of April. Is that okay? Yes. People aren't looking for friends. People are looking for leaders. When you bring somebody into your organization, give them a gentle command. Don't ask them. If they would know what to do, they wouldn't be in your organization. They would be a leader in some other organization already. You give a gentle command. Don't be afraid to give a gentle command. That's what you are paid to do. Does that make sense? Yes. When my boys wake up, and my wife and I, we don't ask them, oh, what do you want to do today? Do you want to go to school today? No, I don't want to go to school today. On the contrary, we say, son, you got to go, oh, but no, you're going to school because we know what's best for them. Yes? When you sign somebody up, they're your baby. They're your baby, yes? So you got to take care of them. You don't ask an infant what they want to eat. Huh? That would be ludicrous, yes or no? So why do you ask the people what they want to do? You tell them, hey, I need for you to become the senior executive marketing director this month. Is that fine? Yes? Okay, good. Now, why do I know you're going to become a senior executive marketing director? Because I have your why. I have your purpose. I have your reason. Yes? And when the promise is clear, the price is easy. Does that make sense? So now, since I know your promise, my job is to build your intestinal fortitude. My job is to build your intestinal endurance. Because when you walk out through those doors, it's mean out there. They're cruel out there. They don't care about you out there. But I care about you. And I'm going to help you, I'm going to guide you, I'm going to coach you, so you get everything you want in your life. Is that okay? Yes. So what are we building? What are we doing now? We are building a what? Leader. A relationship. Yes. Build on leadership. Yes. The friendship becomes third. There's 3 ships in your life. Leadership, relationship, friendship. Jump on the leadership boat before you jump on the friendship boat. I'm going to repeat that. Jump on the leadership boat before you jump on the friendship boat. Now, if I invite you to dinner, if I invite you to lunch, if I do all these things, then like Robin thinks that you get blood lines, right? Yes? And I've heard so much I have to use Robin thing now. So now when I ask you to do something, you may not do it. You know why? Because that's just Dr. Lewis. That's no big deal. He won't mind. Yes? Dr. Joe Waller comes in here and he tells you, son, you got to sit down. You be sitting down. Son, you got to stand up. You be standing up. Son, take off your jacket. Take off. Yes or no? Why? Because there's respect. You are in awe of Dr. Joe Waller. Yes? That's how you have to be as a leader. You understand what I'm telling you right now? So I need for you to become a senior executive marketing director this month. Yes? Now I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to teach you how to do it. But you're going to have to get 3 people, we'll get 3 people. You bring those 3 people to me, I'm going to sign them up for you. Then let me train them and we're going to do the same thing. Now you are in May and you are in senior executive marketing director. How do you feel? Energy is not caught, sought, or bought. Energy is caught. Yes? Most people roaming around this universe, they're at a level 2, 3, 4 frequency. You got to pick them up to a level 10 of frequency in order for you to sign them up. People sign up only at a level 10 of frequency. Yes? We have this wave of frequency here, just like that. Yes? This is where people get signed up. This is where people get make a lot of money. This is where your dreams are fulfilled. This is where you're always late. This is where you get a ticket. This is where your stockings get a hole in. This is when you're wearing the wrong socks. This is when all the bad things happen. Yes? In order to sign somebody up, you got to get them to a level 10. You got to be at a level 20.
Wow.
That's the only way to sign people up. So you got to be jacked out of your mind. Yes? You got to do. You gotta be like this explode. Yes, you gotta be like a nuclear bomb that is exploding every single time. Yes? Yes. Does that make sense to you? Yes. So once you're a senior in May, you're a senior. You are a senior in May. Congratulations. Senior executive marketing director. That sounds good. Yes? Yes. Give me the name of one person you want to help. One person and one person only. You should have a lot of people. Have you made your list yet?
I have a list.
You have a long list or a short list?
Well, it's short.
How many people do you have on that list?
25.
25. How many people?
25.
25? Yeah. I need for that list to be at least 200 to 300 people.
Okay.
How old are you?
24.
24. Statistics, studies indicate that if you are 25 years or older, you should know at least 1,000 people off the top of your head. 24 years or younger, you should know at least 500 people. So tonight I need for you to go home, go to your room, and sit for about an hour and write out 200 names and numbers. Can you do that?
Yes.
People aren't looking for friends, they're looking for leaders. Okay? If you keep asking people, what do you want to do, you're never going to grow a business. I'm telling you right now, if you want to make those $100,000, stop asking people what they want to do. Okay? So I need for you to make that list tonight. Can you do that?
Yes.
You're telling everyone here you're going to make the list?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you guys hit them up. You got to hold them accountable, yes? Okay, so tell me one person that you really want to help.
He lost.
Who?
He lost.
He's lost?
No, he lost.
He lost. He lost. That's a rough name. His name is He Lost, yes. We're just going to call him E. E, okay. So E has one of 3 deficiencies. Okay. He's either deficient of income, deficient of health, or deficient of time. And most people are deficient of all 3. What is he most deficient of?
Time and health.
Time and health, good. So he's time and health, right? Time and health, right? Good. So why do we need to know if he's time or health? Why do we need to know what's his primary deficiency?
Because we have a fix for that.
Because you don't give people what you have, you first give people what they need.
Right.
I'll repeat this. Too many of you that are product pushers, you push a product at everybody. What if they're not looking for a product? What if they're looking for prosperity? Too many of you that are business builders, you push your prosperity at everyone. What if they're not looking for prosperity? What if they're looking for a product? So step number 1 to connection is you must seek to understand before being understood. You must seek to understand before being understood. Don't give people what you have. Seek to understand what they need, and you fulfill the need. What we have right here at Youngevity is a seed that fulfills a need. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And there's many, many, many needs out there, yes or no?
Yes.
But the 3 greatest needs is the need for more time to spend with your loved ones, more income to do what you want, and better health.
Yes.
So you know that the minute you find out what's their number 1 need, you just got to fulfill it. This is simple. This is easy. Okay, so therefore, and then you're going to ask me to do what? Try the product, and what's the second piece? Say it again.
Get your money back.
Get your investment back, right? And how many does he need to bring in? 3. Very good. Now, say 3. 3, perfect. So you're a senior. So therefore, all you need to do is bring in 3. So here's a $64 million question. I'm going to try to put you on the spot, but can I answer your question? Okay. If you are a senior, and you're qualified, and you sign up E in May 1st, and he brings in 3 people, how much money will you make off of your indirects, which are his directs? How much money would you make off of these 3 people? If you don't know, that's okay. Just say I don't know. Okay, who here knows? Raise your hand, raise your hand. I know it's part of it. Okay. I know right now. Just stop me. $300. So step number one, my friend, you cannot shoot what you cannot see. Does that make sense? Yes. Listen, my friends, we're not creating network marketers, we're creating professional network marketers. It is your responsibility to know the compensation plan inside out. It is your responsibility. Because when you come across someone that likes network marketing, they're going to say, is the product legit? Yes. Is it natural? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Show me your compensation plan. That's going to be the question. Is the product good? Yes. Yes or no? Is the product good? Yes. Is it legit? Yes. Does it help you? Yes. Tell me about your compensation plan. Yes. And they want to know where the locks are. They want to know where the handles are. And if you can rattle it out like a professional, you know what? Thank you very much, but I got to go to a professional. You look like a professional. Now I want you to think like a professional. Yeah? As a senior executive marketing director, you're going to make $100 off of every indirect into infinity. Say infinity. Say it like you mean it. Say infinity. Yes. So that's going to be $300. Okay. Now, if that's all he does, that's wonderful. Now in June, do you have a job?
Yes.
What's your job?
Loss mitigation specialist for mortgage company.
Okay. That was a mouthful right there. So you work in the real estate industry?
Yes.
Kind of sure? Okay. So therefore, in June, something happened and you just got swamped. Okay? So in June, you didn't do any longevity. But your upline, who's a seasoned veteran, he helped these 3 people get their money back. So therefore, they got 9. In June, since all you did was maintain your volume, yes, at 100 points, you received $900. How many people did you bring in? No. You brought in 0 in June. In July, yes, you got even busier at work. But we duplicated, we got their money back. That's it, just 3 people. Okay? 27. You made $2,700. How many people did you bring in? 0. In August, those 27 got their money back. You made $8,100. How many people did you bring in? 0. In September, 24,000. How many people did you bring in? This is the only company, repeat this, this is the only company that will pay you a coding bonus even if you stop recruiting. The only company that will pay you in the industry of multi-level marketing that will pay you your greater upfront bonus even if but of course you're not going to stop recruiting, right? Because you can't put all your eggs on just one person, so you want to have multiple lines. You want to have multiple lines. Does that make sense to you? Yes. This stuff is simple, guys. I'm getting to a point right now. Thank you so much. You can have seats. So can you do this? I got a call about 3 weeks ago and they said, you know what? They said, I feel a little bummed out. I said, why do you feel a little bummed? Because I sat with a person and they said that their residual was stronger than our residual. And in our organization, when we don't agree with someone, we go, what? So everybody, count 3. 1, 2, 3. What? To the side. What? It really works in the group setting. And someone says, oh, I'm not sure about this. And you got 5 of you say, what? They're like, no, I'm sorry. Here's my credit card. I promise you it works, yes? So I said, no, we have the most aggressive compensation plan in the industry. They said, prove it. So I said, if you have 9 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you have 9 lines, 9 lines, and you bring it down to the 8th level. After the 8th, on the 9th level and below, you get paid 2% to infinity. Yes? But from level 1 to level 8, as a vice chair, you average 2.67 percentage. 6.67%. So you average 6.7% right here. You average 6.7% right here. That's what you average. 6.7%, right? If you have 9 lines, 9 senior executives, which is what it takes for you to become a senior vice chair, you have 9 lines coming down, and all you do is take these 9 lines. Here you have 3, here you have 9, here you have 27, here you have 81, You take them all the way down, okay? And all they're doing is they're making a purchase of $150 to $175 as an auto ship. If that's all you do, 9 lines, if that's all you do, your residual will be almost close to $400,000 a month. That's all you do.
Wow.
Now, it's not easy.
No.
So if you take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, if every year From now until you come back next year, if all you focus is taking 2 legs all the way down to the 8th level, and you do that for the next 4 years, you'd be making between $3 to $4 million a year in just residual income. Is it worth your time investment? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. We have the most aggressive compensation plan in the industry. We have the most, and we are the only company that will pay double and triple QB on Wednesdays. That is insane. That is insane. That is crazy. You know what? That is crazy. Triple QB. Keep yourself on your healthy start back ownership. Use a triple QB and boom, you did it. Oh my goodness. So the point of the matter is this. Okay? Who here plays baseball? Who here has played baseball? John, you play baseball, right? Yeah. John, if I supply the gloves, I supply the bats, I supply the balls, I supply the field, I supply the bases. What's missing?
Players.
Very good. Who here plays basketball? Basketball. My man, what's your name? Mike. I have an indoor basketball court, fiberglass backboard. There's 2, 3, 4 brand new leather basketball. You know, we get out of ball, but I just look like a ball. Yeah, you can tell out of ball. What do you call it? And I have everything. Okay, I give you the ball, I give you the court, I give you the net, I give you the rim, I give you everything. What's missing? That's it. So do you have the best compensation plan? Yes. Do you have the best product? Yes. You have your formulator that is alive?
Yes. Woo.
What are we missing? You're the only variable. You're the only variable to this formula. You're the only variable to this formula. So therefore, here's a $64 million question. Why are most people not making it?
Fear.
Oh, I just saw a lot of sad faces. What happened 5 minutes ago? We were like, ah! What?
Belief level.
What happened?
Not being a player.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you. Okay. Part of it is not your fault. Part of it isn't your fault. Part of it is that you have been programmed. My mentor said we are born to win, but we are conditioned to lose. Part of it is your conditioning. Part of it is that you're coming up to bat, and it's 9th inning, and there's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And you feel the pressure. Okay? Part of it, I understand that. So that's why we spend, in our organization, we spend 90% of our time talking about your program, your conditioning, and your philosophy. We spend, I'm going to be honest with you, we spend 10% of the time talking about compound.
Wow.
Where does that sound?
Translate.
Oh, wow, that's loud. Okay. We spend 10% of our time talking about product and compound. We spend 90% of our time, 90% of our time is spent talking about you. When I speak to Dr. Corey Gold, and I speak to him, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 times per day, I give him a break on Sundays. But in case of emergency, I'll call him Sundays also. And he is so kind and so generous that he returns our calls. Yes, my wife calls me, yes. We have direct access to the #1 leader in the company. I gotta be honest with you, that's the #1 outline in the company. Yes, we don't talk about company. We definitely don't talk about product. You know, we talk about us. Yes or no? Yeah, we talk about us. We talk about where we're at and where we're going. You know, we visualize, we envision what we're doing, how we're going to grow this, how we're going to take 1,000 people and make them 10,000, how we're going to pack out the Staples Center, how we're going to put those, I don't know if you live in Southern California, but there's a freeway called the 57 freeway leading up to the Honda Center, how we're going to buy 12, 14 billboards and put the face of each top producer. I'm driving up to the place today, and there's 25,000 people out there at the Staples Center. Get Germany. Right now, there's Justice Silverlake Island, you'll see Kobe, you see the deck. We have Dr. Joe Wallach right there, you know. And these people, and imagine, these people are under your organization. They're in your group. How many would love that right now? Pay attention. There's a branch of psychology called psychoneuroimmunology. Okay. And let me share with you what psychoneuroimmunology said. It said that in your cells, there's a lot of different elements in your cells. Okay, it's really interesting. Huh? Psychoneuroimmunology, or PNI. Okay. And in your cells, there's all these things in your cells, you know, the nucleus and the mitochondria and all these filaments. There's little tiny filaments here. Listen, this changed my life. When I learned this, it changed my life. And under some gigantic microscope, just this enormous, high-powered microscope, they made this filament larger. And on this filament that is in your body, they found like little droplets. And on these droplets were images. And those images were of your past experiences. But not just your past, your parents and your grandparents' past. So there are a lot of you that have been born, like me, with challenges against you already. So we need to detoxify our mind in order to play the game of life. And the minute that you start to detoxify your mind just a little bit and start to erase these images that are not helping you, then the doors of abundance, happiness, joy, and prosperity are going to open up. You will become a magnet to what you want and who you want. Does that make sense? Recruiting will come from above down, inside out, not from an outside in, from below upwards. You're not going to go and recruit. They're going to come to you. They're going to say, you know, what is your name? With a beautiful purple jacket right there. Becky. They're going to say, Becky, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do, but you have this aura, you have this presence about you that's spectacular, Becky. And how much does it cost for me to just hang out with you? You're going to say what? $4.99. That's it. Come on, girl. You say $4.99, credit card or cash, no check, please. You gotta say that though. So Becky, Becky, I know this may sound, you may be your husband, one of your husbands, brother, and. Yeah, okay, all right. Assistant, okay, good. So you may be at dinner. You may be at dinner tonight because you need to do this right now. You make a choice to do this today, right now, right this moment. Okay. So therefore, you may be eating lunch before you go and see Dr. Wallach, and you're just feeling so good. You know why you feel so good? Because one of man's greatest needs is certainty. And you are now certain of where you're going and how you're going to get there. You are certain of what tomorrow's going to look like. You are certain of what your paycheck's going to look like next year. You are certain of how big your organization is going to be. You are certain that you're going to be that person on that marquee going into that stadium and 100,000 people are going to be in your organization. Yes, you feel good, huh? You're going to be certain about that stuff, yes? And you're going to be doing the same as you. And someone's going to come up to you and say, man, what is your name? And you're going to say, Becky, I know you may say, this may be bizarre, but there's something about you that makes you so unbelievably attractive. There's something about you that's telling me I need to be around you and maybe even do what you do. How much would it cost for me and you to hang out for a little bit? And you're going to say, how much? $4.99. And then you fill out an application and you do this. Okay, Becky, I'm going to teach you the muscle that you have to develop to build a business. Go like this. No, it comes from right here, like above the rib cage, and you turn your arm. You supinate your hand. You supinate your hand. Because in our group, when we finish speaking, you have about 500 people saying, cash your credit card. Cash your credit card. Cash your credit card. You got to do that. And then you got to look. Like my grandma used to go, okay, don't say a word. Because he who speaks next loses. Okay, so you go, $4.99, cash your credit card. And just sit there. Just don't keep it out there. And don't even smile, just give me that look. I don't know who she was, but she looked upset last night. Yes. You guys at the fashion show? She looked a little upset, didn't she? My goodness. I've seen some models, but that girl looked a little mad last night. Yes. Turn your head. Kind of like that Facebook post all women do. Yes, kind of like that. And just stay there. And just stay there. And then you're going to see this. You're going to see something magical happen. They're going to go like a, oh my goodness, like an trance, and put down with the credit card right there. Okay? And you work it like a professional. You do it like you've done this a million times. You just get all the information down, Don't say a word, because you may talk them out of it. You just keep writing your little hardware. I need your ID. You just you finish it up. Open up your iPad. Put them in fast. Just. And when you see that little thing that says confirmation, yes! Come on, credit cards over here. I'm like sweating every time I've learned that if it does like 3 or 4 turns, it's going to go through. I've learned that, so it goes 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes, it's going through. Can we get there? Thank you. Can we get you there? Can we? Okay. So step number one is you got to believe. Step number 1 is you got to believe. What is belief? Belief, as I said yesterday, is a German word broken up into 2. Be is being. Lieb is German for love, which is love. One of our greatest challenges is that you have fallen out of love for yourself. You got to fall back in love with yourself. You got to fall back in love with you. Yes?
Yes.
If I bring an orange here, and I ask you to squeeze the orange, okay? What is your name, sir? Chris. Chris. If I ask you to squeeze an orange, what comes out of the orange? What kind of juice? Simple question, right? If I give you 100 oranges, what will come out of 100 when you squeeze them? What kind of juice? I'm not trying to trick you or anything like this. If I fill this room with oranges, will you ever squeeze another type of juice out of an orange? You cannot give what you do not have.
Yes.
Jerome says, success is not something that you work towards. Success is not something that you pursue. Success is something that you attract by the person you become. So you cannot attract a 10 if you are a 2. You cannot attract a 9 if you are a 3. You cannot attract a 5 if you are a 4.5. You want better people? Then you become a better person. So you gotta believe. Step number one is you gotta believe. So we're gonna do a belief exercise. One of my favorite exercises. We're gonna do a belief exercise. I want everyone to turn to one person and hold their hand. One person only. Just one person. No, one person. One person. One person. One person. Turn to one person and hold their hand. Turn to one person. Hold their hand. Hold their hand. Not their ear. Their hand. Everybody. I want to see. And raise your hand. Raise the cup. Hold up. Okay, we gotta see. No. One person. Mommy, honey, there's a silver right here.
I need a person.
Oh, okay.
I need a person.
We got a single, like a steam. We got a single here.
No.
You got just one person.
Okay.
We got a single. Okay, okay, so one person. So look at the person. In fact, everybody stand up. Look at the person. Oh, we got a single? No, it's not correct. Okay, now, where's the single? We got a single? Do we have another single? Right here. Right here, my man. Right here, right there. Salsa dancing. Mark Anthony, my man, right there. Don't turn like that. Okay, good. Now, turn to the person and look at them. You can put their hands down.